Happy newlyweds, a rejected suitor, and a home building kit. Welcome everyone. This week we're going back to 1920 for an American silent comedy film called 1 Week, starring Buster Keaton and Sybil Seeley. And this is written by and directed by Buster Keaton. I hope you'll enjoy this week's story. It begins on Monday the 9th, involving the newlywed couple of Buster Keaton as the groom and Sybil Seeley as the bride. Yes, the wedding bells have such a sweet sound, but such a sour echo. Leaving the church to a handful of rice and old shoes, why not look at every opportunity that you can? Yes, looks like they'll fit. Waiting for their departure is Handy Hank, the fellow she turned down, and a decked out card that reads, "Just married, good luck, you'll need it." The happy couple receive a letter. "Dear nephew, as a wedding present, I am giving you a house and lot 99 Apple Street. Wish you joy, Uncle Mike." And they're off. Wanting some privacy for a kiss. Switching vehicles seemed like a good idea. Or is it? Yes, there was road rage back then as well. Getting on the motorcycle and back on track. Maybe a traffic officer might help the situation. No. Arriving at lot 99, the house is delivered. The Home Portable House Company comes complete with instructions. They read, to give this house a snappy appearance, put it up according to the numbers on the boxes. Sounds easy. Well, Tuesday the 10th, they find out it's not, as every board is too long. Well, no worries, I got this. Or do I? Yes, a whiff of breakfast from his innovative bride, a groom/carpenter states, "I'll be right down." And so he is. Our rejected suitor, Handy Hank, still discontent, secretly renumbers the packing crates. Yes, number 3 becomes number 8 and 1 becomes 4. Things are going well for our happy couple. Yes, from top to bottom, things are shaping up nicely. Wednesday the 11th, our sight to behold is a work of architecture genius. Yes, the envy of all Apple Street. I think this calls for a celebration. Don't you? So, does revolving walls, kitchen fixtures on the exterior, and upper floor doors that open onto thin air add warmth and charm? Does Thursday the 12th roll out the welcome mat and other things that are nailed down? Or does a housewarming party on Friday the 13th put a new spin on things? Released September 1st, 1920, this two-reel silent comedy film is the first independent film production Buster Keaton released on his own. Directed and written by Buster Keaton and American screenwriter, actor, writer, and director Edward F. Klein, also worked with comedian W.C. Fields. In 2008, 1 Week was selected for preservation in the National Film Registry for being culturally and historically significant. A 100% rating from the film critic Rotten Tomatoes states, a hilarious assembly of intricate and seemingly impossible gags, and a very funny slapstick two-reeler. Yes, it is, and this is my first Buster Keaton film. If you'd like me to do more of them, please leave it in the comments. However, I'll leave the links to a couple of Charlie Chaplin films I did, Gentleman of Nerve from 1914, and A Dog's Life from 1918. My neighbor's dog Odin took a part in that one. And our trivia question this week, was there someone involved in this film that could keep up to Buster Keaton? Was there someone involved in this film that could keep up to Buster Keaton? And no, it wasn't the cameraman. So a little more history and the answer to our trivia question coming up next. This week for history, I'm going to hammer farther into this innovative two-reel comedy short. So, 1 Week was regarded as being inspired by Homemade, an educational short film produced by the Ford Motor Company in 1919 to promote prefabricated housing. Yes, the world's first prefabricated precast panel apartment blocks were pioneered in Liverpool, a process that was invented by city engineer John Alexander Brodie. The tram stables at Walton in Liverpool followed in 1906. Prefabricated homes were produced during the gold rush in the United States, when kits were produced to enable Californian prospectors to quickly construct accommodation. Homes were available in kit form by mail order in the United States in 1908. Prefabricated housing was popular during the Second World War due to the need for mass accommodation for military personnel. Many special effects, such as the house spinning around during a storm and the train sequence, were filmed as they occurred and were not model work. The house was constructed on a turntable so that it could spin around during the storm scene. The train sequence was filmed at the Inglewood train station in Inglewood, California, built by Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe Railway in September of 1887. The depot also appeared in Harold Lloyd's Safety Last in 1923 and remained a popular filming location for decades. However, rail transport was used so extensively during World War II that it affected the local film industry, as a train would pass every 15 minutes whether the director liked it or not. Keaton used the gag of the side of the building falling on him, but emerged unscathed in the opening of a window in the wall in our film. Used from the Fatty Arbuckle Keaton film Backstage in 1919, he also reused the same joke in The Blacksmith in 1922 and Steamboat Bill Jr. in 1928. Keaton's fall down 2 stories after stepping out of the bathroom was one of the few times he injured himself badly. His arms and back swelled up a few hours after filming, resulting in hot and cold showers and horse liniment. And our bride dropping a bar of soap out of the bathtub, intended as a joke, has appeared in a number of documentaries as an example of pre-Hays Code censorship. And I'm wondering whose hand that is. And the answer to our trivia question this week: was there someone involved in this film that could keep up to Buster Keaton? Yes. And it was his co-star, silent film actress Sybil Seeley. Sybil became a Max Sennett studio bathing beauty, where she was under contract for her entire career. Sennett loaned her to Buster Keaton for 4 short films: 1 Week in 1920, Convict 13 in 1920, The Scarecrow also in 1920, and The Boat in 1921. Sybil Seeley had an unflappable screen personality, as well as the ability to keep up to Keaton and perform her own stunts. Amazing. And don't forget to click the link below to watch 1 Week in its entirety. Now, am I trying to promote you watching this film? Well, I am a Bachelor of Sales. That's right, folks, I'm a BS.